Welcome back to Headlines. It is Friday, November 1st. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. In a video clip, Trump criticized Liz Cheney for being a radical war hawk, and some people are trying to frame that as a call for violence against Liz Cheney. Mark Cuban tried to apologize for saying that women around Trump are weak and dumb. George Clooney tells men that it's okay to keep it a secret if you vote for Kamala. And the Avengers cast reunites to have even fewer people watch their movies. They endorsed Kamala Harris. Media outlets have been taking a clip of former President Trump completely out of context and accusing him of calling for violence against Liz Cheney. Here are just a few of the headlines. From the Drudge Report, Trump calls for Cheney's execution. CNN's headline was, Trump rages that war hawk Liz Cheney should be fired upon. The New York Times went with, Trump attacks Liz Cheney using violent war imagery, and the Washington Post titled theirs, Trump suggests war hawk Liz Cheney should have guns trained on her face. Wow, those headlines were really something. Now here's the clip they're showing where they leave out a crucial portion of Trump's statement. So this is Trump talking about Liz Cheney.
And I don't blame him for sticking with his daughter. But his daughter is a very dumb individual, very dumb. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face.
Now that's where all the mainstream media outlets stop the clip because they have an attention span of a goldfish. But here's the rest of the clip that they all keep leaving out.
You know, they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy. But she's a stupid person.
So wait, it turns out that Trump's not calling for violence. He's just using a metaphor to convey an anti-war message. I mean, no one could misunderstand that, right?
I don't think you even need to call it fired upon. He's saying quite explicitly and unambiguously that Liz Cheney should be shot, should be executed by firing squad.
And former President Donald Trump is escalating his violent rhetoric, suggesting one of his most prominent critics, the former Congresswoman Liz Cheney, should be fired upon.
That obviously evokes images of a firing squad. It evokes images of an execution.
So the media's got Trump out here like he's starting a Cheney-themed Call of Duty. Well, you can't really blame them for not watching to the end of the clip. I mean, it was another 10 seconds. Plus, rumor has it that no one in the mainstream media can endure more than 15 seconds of Trump before reaching for the nearest stress ball. Billionaire Mark Cuban, often mistaken for Rachel Maddow, recently made an attempt at apologizing for the comments he made on The View, where he suggested that the women around former President Trump are weak and dumb. Here's what he said.
Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple. They're intimidating to him. He doesn't like to be challenged by them.
Following his appearance on The View, Cuban had a fleeting moment of self-awareness and posted this on X. When I said this during the interview, I didn't get it out exactly the way I thought I did. So I apologize to anyone who felt slighted or upset by my response. As I said, it wasn't about Trump voters, supporters, or employees, current or former. Cuban's apology was basically, sorry if you're so fragile you found my comments offensive. The classic, I'm sorry you can't handle my truth approach. Cuban didn't mean to offend anyone. He was aiming for condescending. If voting for Kamala is so great, why does it sound like George Clooney's pitching a witness protection program? George Clooney, you know, the movie star who was out campaigning for Biden, having fundraisers for him, and then just out of nowhere, he's like, just kidding, Biden is terrible, and then he helped force him out. Anyway, so that George Clooney, he voiced a campaign ad for Kamala Harris directed towards men and encouraged them to keep it a secret.
Remember, you can vote any way you want, and no one will ever know. What happens in the booth stays in the booth. Vote Harris Walls.
When anyone says that no one will know what you did, it's never encouraging you to do something good. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, so go get a hooker and do some cocaine. But no one will know what you do in there. You know, that's the same thing they said before those Diddy freak-off parties. Members of the Avengers cast, apparently the Avengers is some movie with superheroes in it. Somebody had to tell me. Anyway, members of that cast reunited to endorse Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Let's check out their endorsement video, shall we?
I think Kamala Harris needs a catchphrase.
What's wrong with Iron Man? I think he needs to up his TRT dosage.
What about something punchier like,
Or maybe he's taking estrogen now?
Kamala forever? That's better.
Okay, I see what went wrong. He's not taking testosterone or estrogen. He's taking Kamala as a suppository, I'm guessing.
How about I'm down with democracy? It's just clean, it's simple.
I'd say she's more democracy light or maybe democracy optional. You know, she wasn't even voted for in the primary, so it's probably better not to even bring up democracy at all.
Kamala Harris down with democracy.
Are you trying to say it ironically? Because with her track record...
I'm Kamala Harris, and I say down with democracy. I don't know if that sounds the way we want it to sound, though.
No, I think it does. He really nailed it. And there you have it. The Avengers reunite to support Kamala Harris. And they've even given her an Avengers-style slogan. With great power comes absolutely no accountability. Thanks for watching Headlines. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.